folks, HR Funk here today on a day in early November here in Ohio, back out on the range with my Thompson Center Hawken rifle. There's something about the fall of the year, I'm not sure what it is, that puts me in the mood to shoot black powder muzzle loading rifles. I don't know if it's got something to do with Halloween and Thanksgiving making me think about colonial times, or maybe it's got something to do with hunting season starting and the long-standing tradition of people hunting with black powder muzzle loading rifles. I'm not sure what it is, but there's just something that puts me in the mood to shoot these rifles this time of year. And I am out here today to do just that. Now, some of you may recall a couple of years ago I made a video with this rifle. Now, if you saw that video, you may recall that I went into quite a bit of detail talking about the Thompson Center Hawken rifle, talking about the original rifles as manufactured by the Hawkins brothers in St. Louis, and talked about how the rifles differ, the modern rifles that is, differ from those original rifles, and generally talked about the history and heritage of these rifles. I'm not going to do that today. Today I'm out here to have some fun, and I'm just going to do some shooting. And if you folks are interested in black powder muzzle loading rifles, whether you're an old hand or someone that's really kind of curious and you want to see what all goes into these, sit back and relax. We're going to have a lot of fun out here today because I'm just going to be shooting. I'm also not really going to be shooting from the bench, which is something else I did in that original video. In this video, I'm going to be shooting this rifle the way it was meant to be shot, which is to say I'm going to be standing and shooting it from other field positions. I'm also not going to do a lot of shooting on paper today. A little bit at the beginning, just mainly because I want to check my sights and make sure that they're still right where I think they are. But then I'm going to do some shooting on some reactive targets and just have some fun with those. So here we go. Folks, another thing I'm not going to do in this video is demonstrate the loading procedure for this rifle. There are already many videos out there that demonstrate that very well. If you're not sure how that works, go ahead and take a look at those. I will tell you that I'm loading my rifle today with 90 grains of GoX real black powder, which is what I prefer to use in this rifle. I really have never seen a reason to use a black powder substitute. And again, when I shoot these, I'm thinking about all the things that were done the way they were done back in the day, and I prefer to use it with real black powder. In front of the 90 grains of GoX, I have a 320 grain Thompson Center maxi-ball, so that's going to be my projectile to start out with. I might do, before the video's over, a little bit of shooting with round balls or maybe some other projectiles, but right now that's what I'm going to start out with. My first shot that I'm about to fire is going to be at 25 yards. Again, I'm just basically checking the sights on this. I'm going to shoot it standing, so let's see how it goes. Looked like it was about 9 o'clock just on the left-hand side of the bullseye there when the shot broke. I'm going to go up and take a look because I can't see it through the smoke. And that is right where my sights were when the shot broke. So I know my sights are on, at least from 25 yards. I'm going to back up to 50 yards and try it again. And here we are, back at 50 yards, ready for another try. I'm all loaded back up. Let's give it a shot, see if I can get this one a little closer to the center of the black part of the target. That one looked like a 10 at about 9 o'clock. Let's go take a look. All right, not bad. When the shot broke, the sight looked like it was right here. A little bit low, not too bad from 50 yards standing. Let's do a little more shooting. Okay, folks, one more shot on paper, then I promise we'll find something more fun to shoot. Little low and to the left, I could tell when the shot broke. Okay folks, I said I was not going to demonstrate loading the rifle, and I'm still not, but something that might be of interest is the field cleaning that I'm about to do. Depending on the level of accuracy I want to maintain, I clean this rifle either each and every shot or between each and every shot, or once every 2 or 3 shots. Today I'm not worried so much about absolute pinpoint accuracy, I'm just having fun. I've fired 3 shots out of it already, as you've seen. So I'm going to do a quick cleaning just to make sure I don't have the fouling build up too much and make it more and more difficult for me to load the shots that I'm firing out of the rifle. Now I noticed the last shot that I loaded was starting to get a little stiff on the ramrod, so I'm just going to do a real quick cleaning here and I'll show you how I do that. First off, the product that I use is Thompson Center number 13 bore cleaner, and I have a cleaning patch here, and all I'm going to do is put some of the bore cleaner on the cleaning patch. Just need to pour some on. Now you do not want this thing absolutely dripping wet, so I'm going to squeeze it out a little bit. You just want it good and damp because you don't want bore cleaner running down the muzzle and pooling in the bottom, because that's going to foul your powder and cause you to have misfires. So I'm going to put this on here. I've got my range rod with the cleaning jag on the end, and I'm just going to run this down into the barrel, scrub it real well, and you can see all the fouling that comes out with that patch from the bore cleaner. Good and black there. Now what I'm going to do is just dry patch it to make sure that the bore is dry. Again, I don't want an excess of cleaning solution down in the barrel, because I don't want it causing ignition problems with my powder. Let's try another one here. There we go, still getting some fouling. I'm going to run a couple of more patches through here and then we'll get back to shooting. Alright, the field cleaning on my barrel is complete. The last thing I'm going to do is snap a cap through here just to make sure I've got the breech area good and dried out. I didn't have an excess of the cleaning solution on to begin with, so I should not have had any pooling in the breech, but just to make sure it's good and dry, you snap a cap through. Now I'm going to load up and we'll go back to shooting. Okay folks, like I said, enough of the serious stuff. Now let's try a purple Gatorade bottle from 25 yards and we'll see if we can zap that with the Thompson Center Hawken. Well, we cleared a lot of the bottles. I'm going to have to wait till the smoke dissipates and go downrange and see if I actually hit the one I was aiming at. Well, after a little bit of reconstructive surgery on the other bottles, it turns out that I nailed the one that I was aiming at. Okay folks, what do you say we take a shot from a Davy Crockett kneeling position? Wait for the smoke to clear and the bottle's gone. And of course, when I walked up there, I discovered my camera died before I took that last shot. So now I've brought it back to life. Let's try it again. I hit the bottle that I was aiming at. Let's see if I can get another one from this position. Well folks, this is one of those days on the range. I've now made this shot twice, and both times my camera died before it got the actual impact of the bullet on the bottle. So I'm going to try it one more time, and if I don't get it this time, I might just give up. Well, I hope I got it that time. Alright folks, before my other camera decides to give up the ghost again, let's try a gallon water jug from a sitting position at 50 yards. Well, folks, I don't think there's much more that can be said about that. Okay folks, as promised, I have changed up my projectile. I now have the rifle loaded with a 50 caliber patched round ball. I also decreased my powder charge from 90 grains down to 60 grains. So this should be a noticeably softer shooting load. Let's see if a Gatorade bottle can tell the difference. I don't think it can tell any difference at all. Okay, back at 50 yards, let's see how much difference there is with the point of impact with our patched round ball and 60 grains of F black powder. From this distance, I suspect that it's going to hit lower than the 320 grain maxi-ball did with 90 grains of GoX F, but let's see. When the shot broke, the front sight was at 9 o'clock, just at the edge of the black portion of the target. Well, that's surprising. At 50 yards, there's not much difference at all in the point of impact. If anything, it's a little high. It looked to me like that shot was right here when it broke. It printed right there. I'm going to load up another round ball and try this again. Okay, I'm loaded up and ready to try another shot with the patch round ball and 60 grains of F black powder from 50 yards. I'll see if I can get this one in the black. Nope, looked like it's about 230 just outside the black. And I think I see a hole there. So if nothing else, the shots are going right exactly where the sights are when the shot breaks. Okay folks, let's see if the third time could be a charm with our patched round ball and 60 grains of GoX black powder. That looked good, folks. That looked like a dead center X. Let's go take a look. And there we go, folks. Doesn't get a whole lot better than that. That's pretty much right where I called it. Again, these patch round balls are going right where the sights are when the shot breaks. Well folks, that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed this trip to the range with me and my Thompson Center Hawken. It's been a lot of fun. I'm probably going to keep shooting a little bit, even after the cameras are done today. If you have any questions or comments about this video, be sure to leave them below. And as always, until next time, good shooting. Bye-bye.